Hello everybody, Calamity here, and today's video is going to be about the new iteration of Stygian Onslaught. This mode is still fairly new, so I'll still walk you through how to get to it and what this mode's about. So first of all, if you're a returning player, you should have a quest that literally is all about the Stygian... I don't have it, obviously, but it should be in your world quest somewhere saying something about, like, the Stygian Onslaught. And you'll just have to come here in Leeway and just talk to some people. There'll be some dialogue, and then they'll kind of, like, show you the ropes. And then you'll forever have this area that you can teleport to with this big old orb in the center right. And whenever it refreshes, just examine the orb. And you'll be brought to this menu here. So you can take a look-sees at what you're fighting. You have to fight 3 bosses. And we can see, like, okay, these are the 3 bosses. They give you a little bit of tips, advice, etc. And then on the bottom left here, you can choose what your rewards are going to be. Because here you can get your artifacts. Any artifact set in the game you can get. And I'm currently just farming for Skirk's artifact set. So that's why I'm picking this one. Just choose whatever artifacts you feel like you need the most of. Exit out of there. And then on the top here is your difficulty setting. I highly recommend if you just want the primo gems, just do hard and call it a day. This is super easy. I was able to complete the Stygian Onslaught in less than 90 seconds. You can see my record at the top here. And if we go to the challenge rewards, you can see you only have to do hard. That's level 3 just to get the 450 primo gems, and that's it. Now, if you do challenge yourself and you want to go for the harder difficulties, then you get these flowers or the Dust of Enlighentment. But these basically re-roll your artifacts, if you're not familiar with these do yet. So let's say you got that crit rate, crit damage, energy recharge, and like for some reason flat defense on your substats on an artifact piece, right? Well, let's say all of your upgrades went to defense. That sucks. This allows you to re-roll the artifact and hopefully gamble and get some better substat rolls, essentially. So these are, you know, very useful to have, but don't break your back on these harder difficulties trying to get them. Like, I don't even bother with Fearless. Yes, there are videos of other content creators out there doing this on like a free-to-play budget. But if you watch those videos, you see how perfectly they're playing. Their artifacts are like god tier rolls. They have, you know, signature weapons and all that stuff. I don't even have Skirk's signature weapons, so I'm barely able to complete menacing difficulty. So like Fearless, I'm not even close. This is definitely more catered toward the whale modes or the really well built free to play character players out there. This is really difficult to do Fearless. Now that being said, if you are doing hard difficulty, you can play this co-op. I also highly recommend. It's a lot of fun and it makes the fights a lot faster, especially if you have like whale friends or people are just carrying you. But you can also just do it solo as well. When you do the harder difficulties like Menacing or Fearless, you can see that the match button on the bottom completely disappears. And for this guide or for this video, I'm only going to be able to do Menacing. This is the best I can do. Obviously, all of the advice could still be applied to Fearless if you're trying to do that yourself. Just keep in mind that you need to just play better, have better built characters, and you can make 0 to very little mistakes in the fight. So what are we fighting and how do we deal with it? The first boss is the Tenebrious Papilla. This thing is from Natland. I'm sure you're familiar with it by now if you've been participating in the other endgame modes. You just need a bunch of fast attacking characters. It does also recommend Night Soul line damage as well, which also works. But if you have both, you have to fill up this bar, and when you do, it stuns the boss and does damage to it, and it's pretty easy, right? As long as you have some fast hitting characters. 2 and 3, I don't remember where we saw this this turtle. I don't know if it's been a fight before, maybe in Fontaine or something, but we do have to fight a turtle, and it does do some hard hits. I highly recommend you bring a cryo team of your choice for this fight because it brings an electro shield, which you'll see in the fight. And I guess this is from the event. I'm still finishing it, so I don't know if this is like a mini spoiler, but here they recommend you bring electro-charged teams. So this is obviously to promote the new Inefa character in the banners right now, but you can still do this with your other electro-charged teams. I'll show you the one that I used, and I don't even have Inefa at all. So let's go ahead and get started. So if you're on the harder difficulties, Menacing or Fearless, you'll be brought to this menu here, where you can set up your teams. So this is what I'm using. Obviously, I'm bringing my Netland team for the first fight. For the turtle, as I recommended before, cryo damage is going to help you out a lot. And then I have an Electro Charge team for the cactus fight. These are the ones I used. You can see the times that I had in my previous runs. And then here, a bunch of characters are labeled as the quote-unquote exalted ones. That just means they have a 20% bonus to HP, attack, and defense. So nice little bit of damage boost for all of the characters. Other characters that I don't have that are here, of course, Inefa, Mualani, Chaska, and Nuvolette. That's because Chaska is also going to be on the banner. And Nuvolette mains, you guys still stay winning. But yeah, here are my teams. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so when you get into the fight, you're going to have a key that says Battle Preparation, and then you can just leave the domain. This is when you're done with all the fights, so we're going to do the first one with the Natland team, and this one is pretty straightforward. Not much to say other than just keep hitting the boss as much as possible. So here, just... I don't have my Iron Sen at level C6, so... That's why I'm using Bennett. And then after the initial charge up blast thingy it does, it's gonna morph into a bunch of different bosses. I'm just funneling energy into Solali. Setting up the nuke. I don't think that crit, but it's okay. Oops. Do the nuke again. After a while, it's gonna go back to its original form like this, and it's gonna go straight back to the center, and it's gonna do the charge up attack again. So you see that bar? Hopefully I can actually fill it this time. There we go. There we go. So that's the first fight with plenty of time to spare. Again, if you don't have a Natland team, use your fastest hitters you got. Yoimiya can work really well here with an appropriate team for her. It doesn't have to be Natland. Okay, so next up is going to be the turtle. I really don't remember where we fought this thing. I'm still guessing Fontaine. But anyways, turtle, kind of annoying to deal with, to be honest. The tip is to freeze it. Ayaka works really well here if you don't have Skirt, because you can keep it frozen with her burst. But yeah, when you see that he gets his shield here, you want to be very careful. You can see a lot of my characters are low. Get them healed up. There we go. Okay, we want to be careful because of the damage. Almost. There we go. So plenty of time there. Obviously, Skirt being Skirt just really helps out a lot. Again, you can do that with Ayaka as well, because this boss doesn't teleport around that much. It does have that one spinny attack you gotta, be careful for, but really easy to land her burst if you have a similar team. Obviously, Scoffier also helping out a lot. So if you don't have these characters, you just have to use the next best thing. You can bring Mona here if you don't have Farina, Rosaria, for example, and stuff like that. Just lots of cryo will help with breaking the shields faster, since it's Electro. Now the last one, I haven't finished the event story. I'm guessing this dude is from the event. So yeah, we're using an Electro Charge team. It doesn't have to be this exact team. If you have Ressa, of course, she's going to be an obvious upgrade to Raiden Shogun. You got the new Nefa, or if you're just using a different Electro Charge team altogether with like Kokomi and Beto, and well, maybe you don't want to use Beto here because this is a single target fight, but Official, for example, could be another good option for you. Bring it, because you need to bring Electro Charge, because this guy also has a shield that you need to destroy with Electro Charge damage. So very annoying, but we'll get through it. Let's go ahead and begin. You do have to keep track of this fight, this dude during the fight, because he has an annoying attack where he'll hide under a hat. Let's get our burst up as soon as possible. He does the hat thing immediately, so just keep an eye where he goes. That was kind of slow, but yeah, we're using Dory because energy. Want to break that shield as fast as possible, take a chunk of damage. First again. I find if you just bring a healer, you can ignore most of his attacks, so that's why I'm not really... I mean, you can do some dodging like that, right? So. Gonna do the hat thing again. Keep track of his location. There he is again. Be careful when you do, like, big hits like that, because he could be swapping mid-animation. There, we can see he's right here. Move. It's easy to keep track of him because he'll have like the debuffs, right? One more rotation, we should be good. That was literally last second. Probably not the best rotation there. We're a little bit slow. That's okay. We won't have to save that record because that's worse. But yeah, I'm having my last record. Obviously, that one's a little bit slower because I don't have the quote-unquote best team to deal with that fight. Obviously, if we had an Nefa with the Lunar Charge stuff, we would be having a blast. If you don't have if you want to copy the team but don't have the same characters, you can actually use Mona instead of, if you don't have like Yelan, for example, or you don't want to use Jin Cho. You can use Yelan. If you don't want to use Dory, then feel free to use literally anybody else, another healer. You can buff with Bennett if you want to go that route, or whoever you want. It's all good. Or if Kokomi is your healer as well in this team, that also works. Alright, so that's pretty much it for Stygian Onslaught. Like I said, I can't do fearless difficulty. You guys saw, like, I'm barely able to do menacing difficulty on the third fight here, so. Alright, before I forget, I know someone's gonna get upset with me if I don't show my character build, so let's get through this pretty fast. We're gonna do with our Natland team first, because they went first, so. Malvika, level 90, signature weapon. Artifacts is the Obsidian Codex, built as, built as best of a DPS as possible. Her rate, her damage, attack percentage. Remember, she doesn't need energy recharge. Elemental mastery is okay as well. C0. She's at 6, 9, and 9. And if you want to see her character sheet, I will be trying to go through these kind of fast, so feel free to slow down the play rate or just pause if you want to see artifacts in question. We'll just do the details page. There you go. Signature weapon. Artifacts is going to be Hero Cinder City with as much energy recharge and elemental mastery as possible. And then if you can get some crit rate, crit damage, you fit that in as well. C0, 3, 9, and 10. Next up is Shillinen, 90. There's all her stuff. Signature weapon. Another Hero of Cinder City set. Defense and energy recharged focus this time. Energy recharge sands. C0 as well. 8, 10, 8. And then I did use Bennett. Same build as forever. He's using a Favonius sword, but feel free to give him a better one. I always just forget to swap it off. Energy recharge, a little bit of crit damage where you can fit it, and then some HP percentage for more heals, and then the healing bonus circlet on the Noblesse Oblige set. C6, 1, 8, 12. Except with my Skirk team, as I mentioned before, she doesn't have her signature weapon. You can see here, she's using a light of foliar incision. This is because I pulled one while pulling on a different banner before. I just had one sitting around, so might as well give it to her. She does not have her signature set yet. I'm giving her the Mary Chelsea Hunter set because she's with Farina anyway, so a bunch of free crit rate. Although this is not necessary. Like, I'm literally just trying to farm her artifact set, and it's going poorly. And I'm not getting anything good. C0, 8, 9, and 9. But yeah, that's my Skirk is far from optimal. Farina though, we spoiled Farina. Signature weapon, there's the character sheet. Artifacts, Golden Troop. There's each set, as much HP as possible, crit damage, energy recharge. C0, I wish I had her at C2 at least. 6, 11, and 10. Next up is Escoffier. No signature weapon, deathmatch instead. Also Golden Troop. Energy recharge, attack percentage, crit rate, crit dam. Pretty much. C0, 197. Shenhe. Missive Wind Spear. Noblesse Oblige. Focus on attack and energy recharge. You can fit in some crit damage, sure, but not the priority. C0, 198. Raiden Shogun! She's back on the Staff of Homeless. Emblem of Severed Fate. Energy recharge, attack percentage, crit rate, crit damage, as much as you can fit. Electro damage goblet, crit rate circlet. I forgot to show her character sheet, my bad. There it is. There's how much energy recharge she has. In total, C0, 1910. Elon. There you go. Aqua Simulacra. Emblem of Severed Fate as well. HP percentage. Energy recharge, crit rate, crit damage. Where we could fit it. Alright, she is at C1, that's why she's able to use her skill twice in succession during that fight. One of the few 5-star limited characters I actually have an extra consolation for. Anywho, 8, 10, and 10. Jingcho's been the same as, like, since forever, okay? So his stats are, yep. Sacrificial Sword, Refinement 5. Artifacts, another Emblem of Severed Fate user. There we go. Bam. C6. 2, 9, and 12. Last but certainly not least is Dory. She's using a Sacrificial Greatsword just for more energy and faster burst uptime. Noblesse Oblige. Focus on healing, so just HP, energy recharge across the board. and healing bonus circlet as well. He has that C6, but unlike other characters, this doesn't really matter. 1, 10, and 11. But yeah, that's gonna do it for me. Thank you guys for watching. I don't know how, honestly, I don't know how helpful a video like this can be, but just wanted to show you guys my run for Stygian Onslaught, and yeah, in future videos, I won't be showing you guys how to access the mode anymore since it won't be as new. Maybe I'll do it like once more after this, just because it's still fairly new. But after a while, you know, I'm just gonna, like my other Spiral Abyss and Imaginarium Theater videos, I'm just gonna dive right in, and we'll just start fighting the bosses and stuff like that. So if you have any questions, I'll do my best to try to help you out. If you have any comments about the mode, you want to share what teams you used and had a lot more success with, feel free to share those in the comments. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, helps me out a lot. I'll see you all in the next video.